What's going on, guys? Back at you here with another one. I want to talk about some possible blowback and repercussions from this whole Nord Stream event, this attack that took place on these pipelines. It looks like the West is involved, definitely. And it looks like some of the former military brass that's making comments about this are pretty adamant that the U.S. and Great Britain involved in pretty much trying to stop Germany from trying to back out of this whole thing. Now, for those that are not familiar with this, it seems that the leadership inside of Germany have said that they're not going to send any more troops, any more equipment, anything like that into Ukraine. Well, right along the same time he says this, we had the military and even Biden step up and state that we'll stop that Nord Stream if we so choose. Here we are, following an event where they're saying a whole lot of TNT was used to crack through the concrete casing around these pipelines. And you have to look at who basically benefits from this whole thing. And it's them. Russia takes in like 40% of its gross product off of pipelines and stuff like that, so they do not benefit whatsoever in doing this. What it does is the United States trying to check Germany and keep them in this alliance, which is the United States and the West, period. They seem to be the ones that benefit from this. Now, expect some blowback. I don't see how you're going to go out there and attack some of the main pipelines, one of the biggest nuclear powers on the planet, and not see any blowback here on this world stage. Remember, these are theaters of war. They call them that for a reason. Theaters. Do you know your history? Do you know who's played both sides of every war? Well, they would be the same for this next. Join me on the live streams where I break this down further. You'll find links below, and hit that subscribe button for more. It's been Dabu 7. Much love.
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, noise in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is the Aki of Mahalaya, coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying. That these devils, they're turning on each other. Their tongues are falling upon their own heads. As you heard this guy Dabu 7 going into, it says this former Pentagon advisor says U.S. likely attacked Nord Stream pipelines to isolate Germany. But that's a flaw in the whole, so to speak, because if you're supposed to be part of this establishment, or once were, you're not supposed to be leaking secrets such as. But that shows you how the American people, even the American governments, are divided within each other. Because, I mean, you know, they're exposing Salakia. Salakia. The West, I mean, the Democrats are exposing Republicans. Republicans are exposing the Democrats. But at the end of the day, they both still have the same long-term agenda, which is world domination, okay, global instability, okay, economic collapse, the MOTB, okay, putting nations in subjection to the new world order. That's the ultimate end goal for both parties, okay, but nonetheless, they're throwing each other under the bus, reflecting on the type of endeavors they've had with these other nations, man, okay, because, I mean, it was clearly evident, even Biden didn't mention it, Victoria, I keep forgetting her last name. She mentioned it, Russia's guy's name, Ron Johnson or something. They basically stated that if Ukraine or Russia invades Ukraine, then basically what was going to happen, they were going to shut down the pipeline. Okay, and so happens they destroyed pipeline 1 and 2. Okay, when 2 wasn't even all the way up and running. This is just another way of America trying to rekindle their strongholds within the Middle East region, the West, the North. Okay, global domination, but it's going to all end to their detriment, because it's going to end in a bloodbath in the form of a nuclear war for the West, man, okay? And there's not going to be any survivors in that but the elect of the Lord in these elites. and people in different parts of the world. Okay, so it says here, retired U.S. Army Colonel Douglas McGregor made the comments during the appearance on Judging the Freedom podcast. It says McGregor said a process of elimination moves out Germany because they are dependent on the stream for their energy security, but also serve no benefit for Russia to have sabotaged its own infrastructure. It says, why would Russians destroy their own pipeline? Right. It says 40% of Russians' gross national product or gross domestic product consists of foreign currency that comes into the country to purchase natural gas, oil, coal, and so forth. So if the Russians did not do this, this notion is that they think is absurd, okay? And everybody know that the West had something to do with it, okay? The West is blaming Russia, and Russia is blaming the West, okay? And you have to understand that Putin and Biden, okay, they're both working for the elites. They're both puppets. So it's like the puppeteer, you know, the puppet master. Basically, the elites are controlling both sides of the coin. Okay, you got this red side and you got the blue side. Okay, but they are both are leading to the same global agenda, which is going to be a third world war. Because though Russia and America appears to be enemies with one another, it's the elites that's spearheading this whole talk, man. Okay, because they want to set up their new world order. Because at the end of the day, the Russians, they're going to deal with the MOTB or the CBDC currency. Okay, Saudi Arabia, all these countries, man, they're going over to digital assets. And why is that? Because this dollar, which is the reserve currency of the world, you know. But it says here, referring to the Polish MEP Radoslaw Sikorski's infamous deleted the tweet which she wrote, "Thank you, USA," McGregor noted. Who else might be involved? Well, the Poles apparently seem to be very enthusiastic about it. But however, citing reports that more than 500 kilotons of TNT have been detected in both explosions, and the former Pentagon advisor suggested only the United States and British Royal Navy had the capability to pull off the attack. So there you go, man. Your skirt is being lifted, bro. You're being exposed, man. Okay, your own people are exposing you. So it's inevitable the Most High is going to bring this full circle. But it says, but then you have to look at who are the state actors that have the capability to do this. And that means the Royal Navy and the United States Navy Special Operations. But I think that's pretty clear. We know that thousands of pounds of TNT were used because these pipelines are enormously robust. But you have several inches of concrete around various metal alloys to move the natural gas. So it's not something that you can simply drop a grenade down at the end of the fish line and disrupt. So that means that it takes a certain amount of sophistication, he added. But McGregor suggested that the motive behind the attacks was to prevent Germany from bellying on the Ukraine war after Berlin began to give impression that they were no longer going to go along with this proxy war in Ukraine. But he says, I am hesitant to say we know it must have been Washington. But I can't say that because we just don't know. But it's very clear that we have foreclosed Berlin's options and Berlin was drifting away from this alliance. Okay? But hey, there you go. So they exposed the whore. She's exposed, man. So this is the book of Job 18. And I'm going to start at verses 5. It says, yea, the light of the wicked should be put out and the spark of his fire should not shine. It says, the steps of his strength should be straightened and his own counsel should cast him down. Okay? Hey, clearly this dude is ratting on him. Okay, he said, well, look, we could prove the U.S. did it without proving it. Okay, and I mean, you had 3 different accounts of 3 U.S. officials saying that this was going to happen if they invaded Ukraine. Okay, Biden said it with extreme confidence. He said, oh, don't worry, we'll be able to do it. And that devil meant it, and they did it. So there you go. He snitched on himself, man. The tongue should cleave upon their own head. So anybody else that's turning a blind eye to this, either you just extremely stupid as hell, or you're afraid, or you just lack common sense, which goes back to my first statement. You are extremely stupid, man. Okay, America did it. The West has something to do with it. Now, hey, let's get the shit cracking. Russia, what are you gonna do? Okay, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna retaliate, or are you just gonna sit back and turn a blind eye to shit like you've been doing since the fall of the Soviet Union? As big bad as a superpower you claim to have been, you letting America punk you, man. All right. But hey, the Lord is stirring up the spirits. But it says, well, he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare, which is a trap. Okay? And it says, and a gent should take him by the heel, and a robber should prevail against him. And the snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. So either way it go, Yahweh Shai is going to make you lock horns with this fucking bear, man. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to lock horns with Russia regardless. Because that's Bible prophecy. So even if you try to escape out of that and go around the back door, the Most High is going to allow them to go to war with you, man, because that is biblical prophecy. Like I believe you got out there in the Alaskan Gulf, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like Russian ships and Chinese naval ships or something spying on America. There's an article I briefly skimmed through last week, but I didn't really get a chance to read through it. Just been kind of busy all over the place. But I believe that you had some officials from Russia and China to spy on the Americans through Alaska, man. So hey, they already got you took it. Like down in Central America, I believe you got Russian naval fleets down there. But anyway, let's go here to the book of Obadiah. Okay, which is one chapter long, but it's very very prominent. Okay, so this is the book of Obadiah 1:6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out?" Clearly, okay, the prophets are exposing them. But hey, this guy Douglas McGregor, okay, which was a former U.S. Secretary of Defense in the administration of Donald Trump. Hey, he's exposed it, man. Okay, he's not the only one. Okay, you got men in the United States that's part of this system that's exposing it. Okay, you got guys like, what's this guy's name? The Southern Prepper. Okay, you got the Canadian Prepper. You got this guy, damn, it's a couple other guys I'll be watching, man. I can't recall it. But a lot of people on this side, even this guy, Double 7, is pretty much exposing you. And then you got the prophets of the Lord, which is out here week in and week out bringing out these shows, man. And we're taking it to you through the Spirit, man. So you're exposed, bro. But it says, how are the hidden things of Esau searched out? How is his hidden things sought up? Okay, and it says, hey, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing but to reveal the secrets into the service of what? The prophets. But it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. All the men of thy confederacy, meaning all the men of your establishment, man, your conglomerates. It says, the men that were at peace with thee, your allies, okay, Germany, okay, all the NATO, all the EU, okay, Greece, France, Luxembourg, all these nations. It says, they was at peace with you, have deceived thee. It says, and have prevailed against thee, and they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there's no understanding in him, man. Because, hey, this judgment is going to come from you don't know whence, man. Okay, because you're going to get attacked on all sides. Like Apostle Tahar was going into the video about America's defense systems is pretty much non-existent. So this place is just going to get pelted with nuclear missiles from all sides, man. Okay, now they have the artillery and the offense, but the defense here, you suck, man. And they didn't put money into their defensive strategy because they felt like their offense was already grade A. They felt like they was going to obliterate the opposition. But hey, regardless of that, you're going to have too many people that's opposed to your weaponry, and they're going to smoke you, man. Okay, hey, America is going to be destroyed, no ifs, ands, or buts, man. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has destined that Babylon the Great, aka America, to be destroyed any day, in due time, in the near future. Okay, we're not talking about no decades away. We ain't talking about no centuries away. We're talking about possibly within this decade, possibly within the next few years, hopefully next year. Okay, I give it one more year, give or take, and not just me speaking as a man. I'm not prophesying, because you're gonna have a nigga that's gonna say, they said it, man, the Most High gonna come back in 2023, man, nigga. Nah, nigga, I ain't saying that, bro. I just said I speak as a man when I say that, Jake. So you're not listening, man. But the way it's going with this CBDC shit, this digital currency, the banks, the real estate market, all that shit is getting ready to collapse. So when they institute this currency, like the cryptocurrencies, the CBDCs have to come before the chip. But it's all leading up to the chip, which by the time the chip comes here, World War III has been already started, man. And then that's when it's going to go global and nuclear once that chip is fully implemented, man. Okay? That's when the war of Armageddon will commence. That's when Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai will appear in the heavens with the chariots, the holy angels, to deliver his hopeful elect. Lord's will, I'm part of that, man. Okay? But this is the book of Nahum 3, and I'm going to start at verses 5. It says, behold, I'm against thee, says the Lord of hosts, and I would discover thy skirts upon thy face, man. It's like a chick, a whore, that gets caught with her pants down, man. You know how, like, when you a little girl, and you got, like, we used to have little clubs and shit, like little clubs we set up behind these buildings. It'd be 1 or 2 females with like 10 niggas in there. It'd be like 10 of our asses in there, man. 10 dudes, and it'd be 2 little females. We had a little thing. We catch our little girl, we kiss on them. And always be the one you like, you kissing on her, and you raise her skirt up, and before you know it, her mama is coming around the corner with the switch and beating both of y'all ass. That's how America got caught out there, man. Like the slut she is. And that's why the spirit of whoredom is on these women, because the spirit of America is of a harlot, man. Okay? So this is it being exposed, man. I mean, the skirt has been shown. Bro, the cat is out the bag. You did the shit, clearly. And even if you didn't do it, you still fucking did it because it's in your nature, it's in your character. Okay, it's in your nature. You are destructive, man. You are a demon, you are a devil, you are everything wrong with the planet Earth, and the Most High needs to get rid of you like fucking yesterday, man. Alright? And it says here, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show thy nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Because everybody's shaking their hand at this place like, man, this place ain't shit. This place ain't nothing, man. You cheat to get to the top. You rig elections. You bomb innocent villages. You destroy families. Okay, you turn the women against the men against the women. You've created feminism. Okay, you've destroyed the homes. You destroyed the food. You destroyed the air. You destroyed the water. You destroyed the mindset. You destroy every fucking thing. Like Oppenheimer said, he says he's the destroyer of worlds, man. All right? And it says here, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee a vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock, man. Okay, and that's the point. Everybody's gonna look at you when you get obliterated by the missiles, man. I can't wait, brothers. I'm ready to get the hell out of here. I'm tired of dealing with this shit. But hey, you know, we gotta be patient. Count it all joy, the suffering, and Yahweh Shai. But this is the book of Psalm 64, and I'm gonna start at verses 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter, and they commune of laying snares privately, and they should say, who shall see them? Okay, because the elites behind the curtains, everybody figured out that the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Schiffs, the Vanderbilts, okay, the Bilderbergs, the Rockefellers, the Gatys, you know, the Lees, everybody found out about you, man. Okay, you're not a secret no more. Everybody knows about you. Okay, if you see fucking, what's my man name, Montgomery Burns, a.k.a. Jacob Rothschild, walking the streets, everybody's gonna know it's you, bro, because you've been exposed, man. All right, and you going right in slavery, right along with the rest of your decrepit ass brothers, man. That's if the Lord ain't killed them yet. But either way it go, hey, like the Queen, she passed away. What's his other clown name that passed away last year? And then you had another guy by the name of David Rockefeller went to the spirit world. All you devils are coming back and serve your punishment, man. Okay, the Lord gonna put you in a fresh new body, and upon birth, you're gonna be thrown headfirst in slavery. Okay, we're gonna sell your children, like the scriptures say. We're gonna sell your children to the Sabians. Okay, we're gonna ship you on boats and trilateral your ass like you did us. So you ain't gonna have the joy of your children in the kingdom of heaven, man. You ain't gonna enjoy your offspring. You ain't gonna enjoy the fruit of your labors. And you gonna build our kingdom up from scratch with your bare fucking hands, and you ain't gonna enjoy none of it. You ain't gonna enjoy the luxuries. You're not gonna enjoy the food. You're not gonna have nice women. We're gonna throw you all the mud ducks and the hooch rags, man. That's what you're gonna deal with. You're not gonna deal with the fine women of your nation. That's us. We gonna take the finer women of your nation as concubines, and we gonna do what we want to do with them. Other than that, you gonna get bitches like the Queen, okay? Like Glenn Close. You gonna get the bottom of the barrel, cuckoo Edomite looking chicks, man. And you gonna bring your seed back, and we gonna put them in slavery, and we gonna beat the hell out of you, man. Okay, and that's in the scriptures. And anybody that got a problem with that, then hey, so be it. Take it up with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is what the Bible says, man. And this is why they want to ban the Bible, and they want to ban anybody that speaks on it, because they don't like the message we come with. But we coming with the truth. We coming with the scriptures, man. Okay, and that's the spirit we in now. No more bullshit. No more foul. No more soft Mr. Nice Guy. We coming straight forward with the giddy, man. If you don't like it, then it ain't for you. You know, and that's the spirit we in. And it says here, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, but both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High should shoot at them with an arrow, okay? And that arrow is exposing your ass, man. Okay, this wisdom, knowledge, this truth, okay? Because the scripture, the word is likened into a sword, man. And the arrow is based on the weaponry of swords, man. And it says, and surely they should be wounded, so they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them should flee away. And one aspect of that arrow that the Lord shot at them was the creating of the internet, man. Like one elite came out and said the worst thing he could have done was the invention of the internet, because it's not that shit wasn't happening, but we wasn't exposed to it. But when the technocracy age or the technocratic age came about, that's when we was able to see this devil's wickedness, man. This is when we was able to see exactly what was going on. So that part of the arrow was this internet being set up, man, through the spirit. You know, if you can receive it, okay? And it says, so they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them should flee away. And all men should fear and declare the work of the Most High. for they shall wisely consider his doing. But the righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart in his glory. And with that, all praises and glory and honor does due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and Abba.